always been feelings for her. Just to
Okay.
keep it honest, she's a great person.
Are you nervous if you see her husband that he might want 5 minutes with you?
She's not married anymore.
Or her ex-husband that he might want 5 minutes with you?
No,
No.
no way.
Big Sean and Jhené Aiko swore they were just vibing in the booth, but anyone with ears could hear that chemistry snapping louder than the snares in their tracks. What started as smooth melodies turned into a situationship wrapped in incense smoke and late-night studio secrets. By the time the world caught on in 2016, they were already deep in a roller coaster romance that stayed sweet on the surface but messy underneath.
You look good, for sure.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you marry me?
Shit. It's in the works. Don't even trip.
Whatever. I don't need no man. Alright, well, bye.
And now, after almost a decade and a whole baby together, people are whispering that Sean didn't just drift away. He already stepped into his next chapter while Jhené is still trying to hold the storyline together.
How many y'all from getting married? Y'all already did one of those secret industry weddings?
No, there has not been a secret industry marriage. I think that it's a little personal, you know what I mean? But just like to be real with you, just like any people who have dealt with love, we've had our ups and downs, you know what I'm saying?
This saga actually begins way back in 2013 when Jhené hopped on that collab with Big Sean and Lil Wayne for Beware, and their vibe was way too natural to ignore. Then, out of nowhere, around 2014 or 2015, Jhené, a young mom at the time, went and secretly married producer Dot the Genius. Secretly married. The streets are still shocked because she never breathed a word until everything blew up later. Meanwhile, Sean was floating through his own dating chaos, jumping from one headline to another like he was allergic to staying still.
And I think it's still finding the right navigation through it all. I don't know if to me, marriage symbolizes like the best relationship. You know, people be like, well, you gotta get married. To me, I feel like having a relationship is first and foremost, and like marriage is a byproduct of that. I feel like a lot of people get the idea of like, oh, you have to get married. But then it's like, to me, that's almost a fear-based way of thinking too, because then people be getting divorced.
His love life stayed louder than his ad-libs, and fans were keeping score like it was a championship game. Then spring 2016 arrived, and Sean and Jhené proudly announced they were forming a duo for a full project called 2088. When that album dropped in April, the internet erupted because the chemistry was undeniable and the music hit #1 with ease.
Did you really get a Big Sean tattoo on you? Is it real?
It's real.
Is it? Where is it again?
On my arm. We talked about it, like what would you do if I got this, or like, you know. He was like, I think that's tight. Like,
Of course he's gonna say that.
They looked like the kind of couple who burned sage, lit candles, and whispered love songs in dim lighting while everyone else was asleep. But truth is, nobody really knows what went down behind those studio doors, and that mystery is exactly what kept fans hooked. They kept pretending it was just work. But the schedule said otherwise because those studio hangouts turned into tour check-ins, backstage laughs, interviews, and way too many lingering looks for anyone to believe it was strictly business. The vibe between them was louder than any press release, and then suddenly Jhené remembered she had a whole husband at home waiting in the shadows. Out of nowhere, she hit the brakes on that marriage and filed for divorce from Dot the Genius in August 2016, barely 4 months after 2088 dropped. People tried to play it like the timing was random. But the streets were side-eyeing the whole situation like it was screaming for attention. And trust, the internet wasted zero time accusing Jhené of stepping out on her husband, pushing the narrative that something wasn't adding up in her timeline. Jhené clapped back fast, dropping a now-deleted tweet where she tried to clear her name, writing, "I only cheated myself so glad to be free from all the drugs, depression, and confrontation." That line shook everybody because it hinted at way more chaos behind closed doors than fans ever expected. Dot the Genius didn't stay quiet either. He jumped onto Instagram with a since-deleted post insisting he had never laid a hand on any woman in his entire life, trying to shut down any rumors before they grew legs. Later, Jhené doubled down in an Essence magazine interview, explaining that she and Dot weren't even living under the same roof, and that he supposedly had a girlfriend the whole time they were technically married. It was a plot twist nobody saw coming, and it left the whole situation feeling even murkier than before. Jhené didn't just close the chapter on her marriage. She grabbed a mic and recorded the whole fallout in her 2017 track Never Call Me, a song she openly admitted was shaped by everything that crumbled between her and Dot. The lyrics had that quiet sting only heartbreak can deliver, but the real heat came from the visuals, where she doubled down and let the world know she was done playing polite. To crank the spice even higher, Jhené filled the music video with a whole lineup of gang-affiliated extras and dropped a voicemail cameo from rapper Corrupt, who let it all fly with, for F his friends and F his new chick too. That message blasted through the storyline like a siren, making it clear she wasn't holding anything back anymore. Her divorce wrapped up on September 29, 2017, and the minute those papers cleared, she started hinting at where her heart had really been drifting, straight toward Big Sean. She told Billboard that Sean was exactly her type and that she'd always been drawn to him. And Sean wasn't shy either, because he was clearly matching her energy. Their chemistry was starting to look less like coincidence and more like destiny that had been brewing for years. And whatever Sean was bringing from Detroit must have been hitting her soul like a power-forward dunk, because just 10 days after finalizing that divorce, Jhené stepped out with a massive tattoo of Big Sean's face taking over her entire arm. The internet lost it instantly, clowning her for going extreme and saying she'd done way too much. But she didn't blink. She was locked in and loud about it. By February 2025, Big Sean proudly admitted he still didn't have a single tattoo, not even a tiny symbol or hidden design anywhere. Meanwhile, Jhené had literally stamped their entire love story onto her skin while he stayed spotless, like he already sensed their bond wasn't built to last forever. It gave the whole situation a strange imbalance, almost like he refused to sign his name on something he wasn't sure he wanted long-term. Then came March 2018, when reports from an Oscars after-party claimed Big Sean was getting a little too cozy with Nicole Scherzinger from the Pussycat Dolls. The rumor hit the internet like a firework, and people instantly started dissecting every angle. And who popped up defending him? Jhené, the same woman wearing his face on her arm, jumped online and blasted the allegations as fan fiction in a series of now-deleted tweets. Even though she publicly rode for him, insiders noticed she quietly unfollowed him on Instagram before refollowing once fans started calling her out, which only made the situation feel even messier. Nicole stayed completely silent through the chaos, choosing not to comment while the internet kept spinning theories like a tornado. Then Big Sean hit his 30th birthday in March 2018, and Jhené was still deeply wrapped around his energy, with fans convinced he was gearing up to propose any day now. Instead of getting down on one knee, Sean celebrated by treating himself to a massive 4-carat emerald ring worth $120,000. A gift for himself, not her. The move had the streets talking louder than his music, because it showed exactly where his priorities were landing during a moment everyone thought would define their future. By November 2018, Jhené quietly waved the white flag on that over-the-top Big Sean tattoo and covered the whole thing up like she was erasing a chapter she wished she'd never published. Word on the street was that they had already broken up, but neither of them made it official until Big Sean got spotted circling right back to his ex Ariana Grande outside a recording studio in February 2019. That reunion moment hit the blogs instantly, and sources told Us Weekly that Sean and Jhené's split wasn't peaceful at all, basically confirming someone walked away tight and steaming. Jhené finally acknowledged the breakup that same month through an Instagram comment, insisting she and Sean were on good terms and had love for each other. But fans were side-eyeing that statement hard because the energy wasn't matching the words she typed. And things got even more emotional after the heartbreaking March 31st, 2019 passing of her friend Nipsey Hussle, when Jhené poured her soul into a long message directed at Big Sean, writing, "While we're both still on this planet, I just want to say, I love you beyond measure." That line shook everyone because it sounded way deeper than a friendly check-in. She didn't stop there. She admitted that Sean triggered her, yet no matter what chaos they went through, her heart always created space for him. It was the kind of confession that makes people wonder if a breakup was ever really a breakup when feelings are still that intense. And then, just 1 month later, she let all that hurt, confusion, and leftover emotion explode into a song titled Triggered, a track that made it crystal clear she was processing a whole battlefield of unresolved energy. And if you've never heard it, the song hits with the kind of emotional fire that only comes from someone who's been pushed, pulled, loved, and wounded all at once. Jhené hopped on Instagram and laid her heart bare, saying she was done stuffing her emotions into silence and was finally ready to spill everything as part of her healing journey. It wasn't just a post. It felt like she cracked open her chest and let the world peek inside at everything she'd been swallowing for months. Meanwhile, Big Sean was wrestling with his own storm, dropping emotional videos on Instagram where he admitted that turning 30 sent him spiraling into a place where nothing brought him joy anymore. Not fame, not music, not even the things he used to lean on for comfort. He explained that therapy and spiritual guidance forced him to confront the reality that he'd been living inside a cycle of toxic patterns and draining relationships, and he needed to rebuild himself from the ground up. Hearing him talk like that made it obvious. He wasn't pushing Jhené away out of coldness. He was trying to breathe again. So in plain terms, Jhené had to step back and let him have the space he'd clearly been begging the universe for. Professionally, the two still kept linking up in the studio, creating more music together like nothing had changed. But emotionally, Sean wasn't ready to hand his heart to anybody. not even her. In an interview with Sincere's website, he explained that after spending most of his adult life in back-to-back relationships, his inner work finally taught him the difference between conditional love and unconditional love. That realization hit him like a light bulb moment, and it convinced him he needed solitude more than another romance. It looked like their spark started creeping back to life during the pandemic, when everyone was locked inside and emotions were running wild. This was also the moment Big Sean gifted the internet one of the most unintentionally cringeworthy scenes ever, a moment that fans still bring up because the awkward energy practically jumped off the screen. There's nothing wrong with telling your partner you're ready to level up, no doubt about that. Closed mouths don't get rings, sure. But watching that moment play out live in front of thousands felt strange, like the vibe was slightly tilted instead of romantic. Jhené sat there looking hopeful, glowing even, while Sean looked like someone tossed him a surprise exam he never prepped for. Fans joked that his whole demeanor was screaming, "Let's change the subject," instead of, "Let's pick a date." It had people wondering if the weight of their old breakups was still sitting heavy on his shoulders. And remember Triggered, the song she made because of him? That emotional bomb wasn't just for the listeners. She actually played it for Sean after they got back together. Jhené told Essence magazine she explained the meaning straight up, saying, "Well, I was feeling that in the moment. This is just a song. This is not 100% about you." Hearing that made the whole thing even more layered because it showed she was juggling real emotions while trying not to reopen old wounds. In 2020, Big Sean dropped Deep Reverence with Nipsey Hussle, and that track carried one of the most jaw-dropping confessions he ever put on wax. In the song, he rapped, "Should be a billionaire, based on the time off. I'm not taking probably why. The shit with me get crazy and we lost a baby." He later went on Sway in the Morning and confirmed that the line was about him and Jhené losing a child together, a pain they had never publicly discussed before. It added a whole new layer to their story, one heavy enough to shift the tone of their entire relationship. Years rolled by, and everyone thought the next chapter would finally be Big Sean popping the question. Rumors kept swirling that a proposal was cooking behind the scenes, but Jhené didn't seem pressed because their bond looked tighter than ever during his Coachella performance in April 2022. He brought her out on stage, and they were giving couple chemistry that had the crowd screaming. Then came that moment. Jhené crouched down, placed the mic right below his belt, and briefly mimicked a very suggestive act that had the audience gasping and laughing at the same time. It was bold, wild, and unforgettable, and people assumed she felt secure enough in their relationship to play around like that in front of thousands. It looked like she believed she'd finally leveled up with him emotionally. But nope, there was no wedding ring, no proposal, none of the big romantic payoff fans kept expecting. Instead, the world learned she was pregnant with Big Sean's first child, a joyful surprise that instantly became the headline of their new era. Yet even that happiness couldn't stay untouched for long, because the very next month, the rumor mill kicked back up, claiming Sean was cheating with multiple women. The whispers spread fast, adding fresh cracks to a relationship that had already survived too many emotional earthquakes. Jhené and Big Sean didn't waste a single breath entertaining those cheating rumors. They acted like the noise didn't exist and focused completely on building their little family. By July 2022, they were back on stage together at the Mopop Festival in Sean's hometown of Detroit, moving like a united front again. After the show, Sean played tour guide and proudly walked Jhené through the places that shaped him, writing in an Instagram caption, "I got a chance to show Jhené and our family my roots, my old house, grandma's house, high school, etc." It was the kind of sentimental gesture that had fans thinking they were stronger than ever. Then came November 2022, when Jhené delivered their son Noah after a grueling 24-hour labor. Fans immediately zoomed in on Sean's hand in the hospital photos and noticed he was rocking a ring on his ring finger, sparking fresh speculation that maybe they secretly tied the knot or finally locked in their commitment. The internet was buzzing because a ring in the delivery room? That sends a message loud and clear. But of course, peace doesn't stay long with these two. By October 2023, breakup rumors exploded again after they unfollowed each other on Instagram, which is basically modern-day divorce paperwork in celeb language. Jhené added gasoline to the whispers when she started posting cryptic messages like, "Guy who has you explaining the meaning of empathy is not your soulmate." Then she doubled down with another meme that read, "Get you a partner that doesn't mind hurting people's feelings when it comes to you." I'm gonna say it again. Get you a partner that doesn't mind hurting people's feelings when it comes to you. Those posts sounded less like random quotes and more like she was speaking straight from fresh wounds. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get heavier, January 2025 hit Jhené with devastation. Her home was destroyed in the Los Angeles wildfires. The tragedy shook her entire world, adding yet another emotional blow to a relationship already stretched to its limits. In her Instagram post, Jhené opened up about losing her home, reflecting on how strange it felt to mourn material things when life itself can shift in an instant. She wrote about how grief moves in unpredictable ways and reminded everyone that possessions are an illusion. Nothing truly belongs to us forever, and everything we hold on to is temporary. When a fan commented that she and her husband were amazing people, Jhené shut that down immediately with a simple but striking response. "I don't have a husband." That one line said more about her reality than any rumor ever could. Fast forward to October 2025, and whispers started spreading again that after nearly a decade of highs, lows, breakups, makeups, tattoos, heartbreak, and a whole child together, Big Sean and Jhené were done once more. At first, nobody took the buzz too seriously because the gossip didn't come from a solid source, and these two had already survived so many storms that another rumor sounded like background noise. But everything changed on November 5th, when a video hit the internet showing Big Sean out with a brand new boo. And he wasn't hiding a thing. Neither Sean nor Jhené has stepped forward to officially confirm the breakup, but the message is loud without them saying a word. Sean has already moved on, and he isn't looking back. The part that really hits the heart is imagining what Jhené must be feeling after years of giving that man her loyalty, her creativity, her trust, her time, and pieces of her soul she never shared with anyone else. After making music together, dreaming of a family, weathering emotional storms, and even talking about marriage, it leaves a painful question hanging in the air that nobody wants to answer. Was Big Sean keeping her around without ever planning to fully commit? Or did Jhené hold on to a love that was never built to survive? That's the kind of emotional whiplash that doesn't just fade, it reshapes a person. And now, I gotta hear from you. What do you think really went down between Big Sean and Jhené? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe for more wild celebrity breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one.